The Saints had a phenomenal performance up against the Patriots. Let's welcome in a Clemson legend and a rookie for the Saints in Bryan Bresee, who's kind enough to join us right now on CBS Sports Radio. Bryan, thanks so much for doing this. How you been?
Good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks so much. So how has this adjustment been? You go from a legendary career in Clemson, first-round draft pick of the Saints. How has this early adjustment been to the NFL?
Yeah, it's been amazing, being with an organization like the Saints and having so many guys on the team that have done so well in the NFL forever. Having a guy like Cam Jordan to kind of lean on and show me the ropes through the beginning of this kind of run in the NFL. It's been amazing.
Yeah, how about being in that locker room? Because you talked about Cam Jordan. There's so many veterans on the defensive side of the ball that this team is just loaded with talent defensively. What have you been able to pick up from some of these guys that have been in the league for a few years now?
Yeah, I would say just kind of knowing how to go about your business. You got guys on the defense like Demario Davis, Cam Jordan, Tyrann Mathieu, all these guys who have been doing it at such a high level for so long. And you just kind of see the right way to go about things with those guys on the defense. So they've been a huge help for not only me, but I'm sure all the other young guys on the team.
Bryan Bresee here with us, rookie defensive tackle for the Saints on behalf of Sleep Number. We'll talk about them in just a second. When you got that phone call that you were getting drafted by the Saints, it's really a new era now in New Orleans with Sean Payton not there the last few years. Same could be said for Drew Brees. So we're trying to see what that next chapter of Saints football could be. For them to select you in the first round, what was going through your mind?
I was just super excited, a childhood dream of mine to get that call and obviously, hear the commissioner say your name. And so it was just an amazing feeling for, not only me, but just my whole family. We were just all super, super excited.
Going into the New England game last week, what type of game did you expect? Because I thought that was going to be a close football game that you guys would win. It ended up being a blowout victory for you guys.
Yeah, I think going into every week in the NFL, you're getting ready for a dogfight. I think, everybody's so talented in this league and just going in and preparing the right way every week, practicing hard and just doing everything you can to come out, hopefully with the outcome you want. So, I wouldn't say there was any difference in preparation or anything. We obviously had a good week of practice, but we were definitely going into that game ready for a dogfight.
I respect your answer, and I know how much respect you have for all the players in the NFL, but I say this as a Patriot fan. Their offense could do nothing right in the year of 2023 so far. Like, when you were watching them on tape, did anything intimidate you about this offense? Because this offense, to me, has just been terrible so far this year.
I don't think I could say I'm intimidated by any offense. But I think, yeah, they definitely have pieces on that offense that they obviously have big play. They have a chance of big plays, and their O-line is solid. And so I think there's definitely some bright spots on that offense.
Bryan Bresee here with us. How about your quarterback in Derek Carr? I know he's playing with the injury. We know how tough Derek Carr could be. You being a rookie, what has really stood out to you about your quarterback?
Yeah, I would say just that, watching him, get hurt and fight back to be ready the next week and just seeing his resilience and how positive he stayed through all that and continue to lead for not only the offense, but for the whole team. And we all definitely rally around him.
I think we're all trying to figure out what the Saints could be. Before the season, a lot of people had you picked to win the division. The division's been a little bit better than what people thought it would be. You being around that team, where do you think you guys are heading this year, knowing the talent you have in that locker room?
Yeah, I think obviously we're all week to week here, getting ready for the next week. But at the end of the day, I think everyone's goal is to win a Super Bowl. So, preparing every week and getting ready for the next game and in order to kind of build that up and get to where we all want to be.
Talking to Bryan Bresee right now. We'll talk about Sleep Number in just a second. The next opponent, the Houston Texans. C.J. Stroud has done a wonderful job with the Texans so far. We know DeMeco Ryans has always been kind of that next coach, and now he's finally getting that opportunity. When you look at Stroud and guys like Nico Collins, what challenges can the Texans present this upcoming week?
Yeah, obviously CJ's been playing very, very well this year. They have a very solid offensive line. They have weapons on offense. So I think just preparing this week like we do every other week and just getting ready for all the possible outcomes that we can get from this offense, and doing everything we can just to prepare ourselves. I think at the end of the day, that's really what it comes down to.
How comfortable are you right now through 5 games when you get ready to start your NFL career? Do you feel like you're caught up to NFL speed yet?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's obviously always room to kind of improve on that, whether it's technique or that kind of thing. But as far as just kind of game speed goes, I think I've been able to kind of get used to it pretty quick, and so that hasn't been too much of a problem for me.
You know what the standard is at Clemson? It's to get to the college football playoff and have a chance to win a national championship. Now a lot of us are looking at Clemson differently. What are your thoughts on the state of your alma mater?
I get that, all the time, but, being back in Clemson and, while I was playing there, when you have guys who had kind of left and look back on it and are, not talking too great about the team, it can be tough being a player there. So just staying positive and hoping for the best for those guys, but definitely a super fan.
I think you're in a unique position because you were just with the university and now you're starting a new chapter with the Saints. It's a new game with NIL and the transfer portal. Like, do you think Dabo will eventually adapt and change on those things? Because right now they have one player from the transfer portal. Like, it's tough to win in college football when you're not willing to change with the times.
I mean, I think Coach Winnie's done a good job, with NIL. We started we have a whole building in the facility just kind of for that. Now for the transfer rule, I couldn't really tell you on that. I think you'd have to go ask him. I'm not sure I'm not sure if he'll ever change on that, to be honest with you.
What are some of your favorite memories? Because it's kind of weird. Now you're playing for a different team. You're associated with Clemson. What are some of those memories that you look back on and you go, wow, those are my favorite times being a part of the Clemson football team?
Yeah, I mean, I would say, honestly, just being in the locker room, you build some of your closest friends in college, you live with them. And so, I mean, those times just being in the locker room with all those guys and just hanging out, going out and doing outside things. I mean, I would say one of my favorite things was the night before games, we would go and see movies as a team. So like just little things like that definitely I think about when I think about my best memories. And then, winning games obviously is something that we kind of definitely just want from the team every year.
Tell me what you're doing today with Sleep Number, Bryan Bresee.
Yeah, so Sleep Number's partner, or the official partner of Crucial Catch with the NFL. So, they've done a great job raising awareness for this awful disease. Obviously, I lost my little sister to it a little over a year ago. So just being partnered with a brand like Sleep Number and seeing everything that they do for cancer and everything that they do to try to stop this disease one day has been really, really cool for me to be a part of. And they started this tool called the Defender that is on the NFL.com that you can go and do a quick test and kind of see your cancer risk. So, I think just continuing to spread awareness for cancer is something that's huge for all of us. And Sleep Number has been a great partner and somebody who's done an amazing job at doing that.
To carry on your sister's legacy, what do you want people to know about your sister?
She was just, amazing. Such a happy spirited person. Always had a smile on her face. Somebody that you couldn't smile, you could not smile when you were around her. So just somebody that I look back on and know how strong she was and just the grit that she had through that awful disease that she was going through and obviously somebody that we all miss every day. So.
Well, nothing but the best to you and your family moving forward. Bryan Bresee, have a great rest of your rookie season. Good health to you. And thanks so much for doing this today on behalf of Sleep Number.
Thank you very much.